June 19, 2026. A mysterious stranger randomly stole a player's spot in an in-house lobby, and then proceeded to steal the captain role as well. The only issue here was nobody in the lobby knew who he was.
Oh, well, so the way I look at it is like this. They obviously, I mean, you could say like, oh, random coincidence, he just happened to be browsing, but like they knew the password, so they obviously are connected to LD2 in some way. They don't necessarily, no, they probably have to be in the Discord, but like they had to be looking at the queue because, like, I mean, I don't know, how long was that lobby realistically up for? That he got in there, you know, like you're not going to be randomly like looking at
Yeah, it was like,
lobbies with
I don't
like
know,
this
a minute
5
and a
minute
half.
section. Like he had to know the lobby was happening, which means he had to be in Discord or at least on the website. But probably
I don't
both.
think so.
In the world of online gaming, every player has a rank, every account has a history, and every lobby tells a story. But one night, a routine Dota 2 match became something else entirely. A new account appeared without warning. No recognizable name. No history anyone could trace. Just an unfamiliar profile and gameplay that didn't make sense. The player moved through the map with impossible confidence, dismantling opponents, manipulating teammates, and turning a casual lobby into a battlefield of suspicion. Was it an immortal player hiding behind a fresh account? A banned LD2L player returning under a new identity? Or someone much closer to home? As tempers flared and accusations flew, friendships were tested, voice comms erupted, match histories were scrutinized. Every clue seemed to point in a different direction. What began as a single game spiraled into an obsession, uncovering the true identity of the mysterious Smurf who infiltrated the lobby and left chaos in their wake. Over the following episode, we'll examine the evidence, hear from the players involved, and follow the digital trail through replays, statistics, and conflicting testimonies. Because in Dota 2, everyone wears a hero's mask, but sometimes, someone is hiding behind one of their own. This is the Smurf in the lobby.
I just think what we're like losing sight of in all this, that I think the most important thing is who benefits.
So let's go over what exactly happened. It started like any other in-house night. 10 players entered the queue, ready to play. These weren't random strangers. Everyone knew each other. Once the 10 players were assembled, the player draft began. Now, players are selected based on two things: who they are and what their rank is. Based on that, eventually 2 complete teams were formed. Everything appeared normal. A lobby was created. The players began joining. The game was moments away from starting. There was only one small problem. One player, Slashley, was late. Not dramatically late, but just late enough to create a window of opportunity. As the lobby filled, an unexpected player joined. No familiar name, no recognizable identity, just a blank, unknown account. And somehow, they occupied Slashley's slot.
That was insane. That was insane. You know, I thought I was supposed to be playing, and this guy joins the lobby,
Yeah.
dismantles Kitty like he's doing a tutorial. my entire team forgot I was even like in the chat.
Yeah.
You know, I was the guy to say let him play, and then everyone was like, "Let him play, yeah, let him play, let him play." It was a chant happening. I was an afterthought after that.
And at the time, nobody realized what had happened. The lobby was password protected after all. The assumption was simple. If somebody got in, they belonged there. No alarms were raised. No roll calls were made. No one noticed that Slashly had effectively been replaced.
Yeah, so I was just spamming G in the chat, and then we went. Then it was a different dude, and that's all I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I was just spamming G's like Mr. Wang, and all of a sudden there was an imposter among us. I guess he got in through the vents, but yeah, I have literally no fucking idea who this guy could be. To be
The game launched. Only after loading in did the situation become truly bizarre. The mysterious player wasted no time. Almost immediately, they claimed the captain role and began drafting for their team.
He was super interested in drafting. That was
Yeah,
it.
like-
He was just talking about drafting.
Yeah.
Draft. This was gonna be my last game I drafted, no matter what. And then like he literally took it like so fast, and that's when I'm like I was so confused. And then like we didn't know it was Slashly right away. I mean, we still thought it was Slashly. I'm like, oh okay, well Slashly wants to draft, dope. But then it became pretty clear it wasn't Slashly, obviously.
Yeah, I saw the Huskar
And,
and Viper ban, and I was like, oh, that's not Slash.
He was asking about things, and they was like, "Oh, I'd like to play too." He's like, "I don't know," and I thought it was still Slash. Oh yeah, no. So at this point, we know it's not Slashly. He says he's going to play too. I think we're going to remake, but eventually we are like, "Oh, whatever. This is funny. Let's keep going." And I don't know. I was just like, "Yeah, I'm going to play 5," and Leaf wants 4, and Dusty or whoever is playing 1. I don't even remember, but and then he just like would keep typing every time, like, what do you want to play for this position? And then we type back, and then he'd pick it.
This alone was strange. But there was something else. The player wasn't in the Discord call. Every participant was present and communicating. Everyone except the stranger. An anonymous player had somehow entered a private lobby, taken control of drafting responsibilities, and was now directing a team while remaining completely silent. Still, the game continued. Perhaps there had been a misunderstanding. Nobody knew. Once the match began, any doubts disappeared. The stranger was far better than their rank made them out to be. Mechanics, decision-making, map movement. Every aspect of their gameplay stood out. This wasn't simply a strong performance. This player was operating at a high level. The conclusion became obvious. The mystery player was clearly smurfing. Whoever they were, they did not belong in a game balanced around the ranks and identities of the original 10 players. The carefully crafted matchup had been compromised from the very beginning.
Because he also, now that I think about, okay, so like he said his rank, and I was like, oh, this is LD2L, right? And he's like, oh, I know this is the Learn Dota League. But like no one ever calls it that, right? They just would say, oh, I know it's LD2L. So he probably like looked at the ticket, saw the name, figured it out, and was like, yeah, I know I'm about to scrape a bunch of names. But like, yeah, no, like who would actually say, no, I know it's the Learn Dota League. What? No one calls it that.
As the game progressed, frustration grew. Among the players was Kitty. Kitty, who had to lane against the stranger in the mid lane. Now, from Kitty's perspective, the situation was truly absurd. An unknown player had infiltrated a private lobby. Nobody knew who they were. They weren't participating in voice chat. and they were clearly far above the intended skill level of the match. The competitive balance was gone. Eventually, Kitty had seen enough. Frustrated by the situation and the impact the stranger was having on the game, Kitty left the game early. The mystery player's presence had effectively ruined the match.
Kitty tilted out. So like, who wanted Kitty? Maybe somebody was threatened by Kitty's score going up, or someone wanted to.
Well, maybe he wanted to take it out. Not necessarily. Like, first of all, whoever this was, yeah, you could be like, oh, who benefits from this? And the person had no idea that they were going to mid-verse Kitty going into that. Like, come on. That doesn't even make sense. There's no way you can know that. So it can't be like Kitty focused.
Hold on, unless you have a man on the inside, and this is what.
Yeah, the man on the inside is really coming together. I mean, like,
If
I
you have
get
a
the
man on the
man
inside,
like,
then you know what time, you know where Kitty's gonna be, when, where.
Eventually, the game came to an abrupt and early end. And just as suddenly as they had appeared, the stranger disappeared. No explanation, no apology, no bragging, no post-game messages, nothing. The player was gone. The rest of the players remained behind, trying to piece together what had happened. How did they get the password? Who were they? Were they someone from the community on an alternate account? A friend of one of the players? A high-level player looking for entertainment? To this day, nobody has a clear answer. Only questions. So what can we conclude from this? A late player, a password-protected lobby, an unidentified account, one ruined game, and an entire lobby left wondering who had just played among them. The Smurf entered unnoticed, dominated the match, and vanished without revealing their identity. A perfect infiltration. Or perhaps, the perfect Dota 2 mystery. Now, this story doesn't end here. In the next episode, I will document a deeper investigation into the identity of the stranger who infiltrated this lobby. I will examine every lead available. We'll look at the account itself, its history, and the events surrounding that night. We'll also explore the fallout that followed the match, the reactions from the players involved, and the lingering questions that refuse to go away. Who was the stranger? That question is what drives this investigation. But as with any mystery, there are no guarantees. It's entirely possible that the truth is out there, hidden behind deleted accounts, forgotten details, and fading memories. It's possible that despite every interview, every replay, and every piece of evidence that is uncovered, the identity of the infiltrator may never be known with certainty. Still, the search itself is worth undertaking, because somewhere behind that anonymous account was a real person, a player who entered a lobby they were never meant to be in, changed the course of an entire game, and disappeared without a word. Whether we ultimately identify them or not, we're going to follow the trail as far as it goes. And that's where our investigation begins.